und herzlich willkommen bei JMC. Mein Name ist Verena und heute sitzt bei mir das Rockduo aus Vancouver, Japandroids. So, hey guys, nice to have you here. You're on your first European tour, is that right?
Yes.
How is it going so far?
It's been great. It's been really wonderful. We've played 10 shows so far, and we've got about 20 left, almost. And it's been a lot of fun. We didn't really know what to expect because we'd never been to a lot of these cities before, so we didn't know how many people would know about the band or would know the music and would want to come to see us play. But so far the shows have all been really, really good. There's been really great crowds. The energy of the crowds has been really great. It's been really fun.
You had a very difficult start last year. You had to cancel your American tour after the first gig because you had a surgery. Yeah. Is that right? What happened exactly?
We played the first show of the tour, and which was in Calgary, in Canada. Okay. And it was really early the next morning, and I woke up and felt like I was going to die. I didn't know what was wrong, and luckily we were really close to the hospital, and we went to the hospital, and I needed emergency surgery or I was going to die. And I ended up spending 2 weeks in the hospital and then 2 months recovering, and so we couldn't play any shows. We had to cancel our entire tour, and all of our plans in one moment were erased. But I recovered and got better, and then we picked up where we left off, and now we're in Germany.
Did you change your lifestyle a bit after that experience?
I was supposed to, but I didn't. Changing your lifestyle in the way they want you to change your lifestyle was too drastic for me to continue playing in the band. So they didn't want me to do any touring, and that is pretty hard to do when you play in a band. Definitely. So I decided to skip that one.
Who inspired you to begin making music? Are there bands you really look up to?
There are bands that we really look up to, but we kind of look up to different bands to some extent. We have different musical tastes. So with our band, we kind of try to think about the bands that we both liked a lot, and they don't necessarily sound like our band, but they're just bands that we had a lot of respect for, and we liked what they were doing, so we were trying to kind of be in the same vein as those bands. So like one band would be the Sonics, which were a garage rock band from the 60s. We don't really sound like that band, but we tried to play with the same kind of energy as that band.
Your current album, Post Nothing, has a pure and rough sound. How did you record it?
We recorded everything live off the floor, so we just put microphones in and then we just played like we would play at a show, basically. And we didn't have a lot of money to put into the recording, so we just recorded everything as quickly as we could. And, you know, we'd play a song, and if we thought the energy was good enough, we would just keep it rather than worrying about, you know, overdubbing the guitar 15 times or something like that. We just played the songs, and if it sounded good, we just kept it and moved on. So that's kind of why there's a certain feel to the record, I think.
Are you already working on new stuff? So when you're on tour and you play live, maybe come up some new ideas for songs, or?
We're trying to record new material when we can. So we recorded a 7-inch single in January, and we've been playing the songs that we're putting on that record a whole bunch the last little while, and we're trying to do that whenever we come home. Just record a little bit whenever we can. So we've been touring this record for quite a while already now, so we're trying to start having new material, but because we're touring so much, it's hard to have any time to work on new stuff.
Do you already know when you will come back to Germany this year?
I don't know exactly when we're coming back to Germany, But I do know that we're coming back to Europe several times, at least 3 times between now and the summer. So we're coming back in May for 2.5 weeks to do some festivals, and then we'll be playing our own shows in between the festivals, because the festivals are usually on the weekends. And then we'll be back in June to do some more festivals, and we'll be back in August to do some more festivals. And as an excuse to come to Europe, we're trying to play as many festivals as we possibly can. So the more we get, the longer we'll be here, and the more we'll be here. So I hope it's a lot, because I'd love to spend the summer in Europe. So
that's what I wanted to ask. Yeah.
So this is our first trip to mainland Europe, and it's really cold and really snowy almost everywhere we've been. So I'd really like to see the same places in the summer when it's warm and sunny, and you can actually, walk around and see things without being frozen. So
Even so, it's been really fun though, and we've already been thinking. Every show we play in mainland Europe, we just keep thinking, why do we ever play shows in America when we could just play here? And there's so many more cities to play that we won't even go to on this tour, in Germany and France, everywhere. So that's what we keep thinking. Why are we even going to go home? Why don't we just keep touring in Europe?
Imagine you could organize a festival this summer. Which band would be the headliner, or what would the lineup look like?
Headlining the festival would be Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Absolutely, definitely. And then, if he's going to be at the festival anyway, Grinderman would also be playing at the festival. They might be playing on a different day. They're another band that also has Nick Cave in it. And then, the Dirty Three, which is a band who features Warren Ellis, who also plays in the Bad Seeds, would also be playing. I guess it would have to be a 3-day festival, so all 3 of those bands could play on different days. But I've seen Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds play live, but I've never got to see the Dirty Three and I've never got to see Grinderman play because they don't tour in Canada very often. So the festival would be mostly built around me getting to see them play. In fact, I think I would only pick bands that I've never seen as an excuse to be able to see them live. Who else would play? Newbouten would play as well, because maybe if Blixa and Nick were hanging out backstage, he might be able to convince him to join the Bad Seeds again just for a little while. Just enough for one show to let me see them play. Yeah, I don't know. That's the kind of festival I want to go to right now. Those 4 bands. Newbouten, Grinderman, Dirty Three, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. That's what I want. That's what I want to see.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Japandroids are lame. They sound like wimps. When you listen to them, you want to run away. Too bad they are just a Tokyo Hotel ripoff.
Das war das Interview mit den Japandroids. Die haben jetzt noch ihren Auftritt hier in Köln im Luxor. Ich wünsche Ihnen ganz viel Spaß. Have a nice show tonight. Und ich hoffe, euch hat es Spaß gemacht. Schaltet beim nächsten Mal wieder ein. Danke.